Many times have I talked about me not wanting to play a few handful of players in tournament because I am sure I'm going to lose. To Buzz, T, and one name who just entered the pantheon of major winners, BeastModePaul. Today we're going to be watching Hero win his first major and how BeastModePaul did it at Momocon 2025. We're going to be watching two of his sets. He beat a ton of amazing people, but the two we're going to be focused on is Grand Finals versus Omega, which is the second video, and then I believe Winners Quarterfinals versus Meister. BeastModePaul has definitely slowly and steadily risen up the ranks, and he finally got his major win this weekend. So let's see how he did it. Let's go. So Meister and BeastModePaul had played once before, and Meister was victorious. Of course, Meister just came off of his major win in Japan, which is of course incredibly impressive. And this matchup in general does seem a little bit scary for Game & Watch. One thing of course to note is the fact that side B is not an energy projectile, so you cannot bucket Hero side B. That's going to be a snooze and just gets a jab knowing that you can mash out faster in the air. Of course, BeastModePaul and just playing Hero in general is so difficult because you have to be aware that like the heroes are going to read faster than you, so by the time you expect something to happen, you've already caught up. That's why you see Meister kind of preemptively go for buckets, just like, I don't want to mess with this, I'm good. Up tilt almost killed at 85 after hit. That is honestly crazy. Bang, and this is a huge lead for Paul right now. And of course, BeastModePaul, just one of the players that is, again, as I mentioned in the intro, slowly and steadily been getting better. That's a shield break immediately on that psych up flame slash. There's so many things you have to worry about. Akka has also been doing very well recently, and so like Hero's been having a good time. You also have, I believe Shion is the other hero from Japan, and they've just been doing incredibly well. Already 30% on Meister's second stock, getting through the advantage there as well. Slightly mistimed on that nair, and we're gonna get another shield break. It was a crackle slash, so almost. There's a bang. Meister did not get anything off of, you know, having his bucket out, so he stopped doing it, and then Hero has hit him with a couple of spells. Finally getting like a kind of normal advantage state, but Acceleratle, good luck keeping that disadvantage. Another snooze, that psych up, that is Omega dead, not even close. This is looking very good for BeastModePaul. He's just nice with it, and plus Hero is kind of crazy. Again, like I hate fighting this guy because like not only do you have to outplay him in terms of neutral and in terms of decision making, which BeastModePaul has incredibly good decision making, but also when you get unlucky versus Hero, and Hero gets lucky, I suppose, with like really, you know, incredibly necessary zooms, or, you know, the snooze right when you're falling, or kaboom when you're going to ledge. It's just, Paul gets those enough because he rolls enough of spells that like it's just so favored for him in terms of odds, and it is so scary. Double jab run up, because again, he's just very good at catching. Wow, he hit that uppy. I know that was not the sweet spot because it would have honestly maybe killed at 40, but still really good stuff for Paul right now. Air dodging through as well. Just Meister not ready for these advantage states, and Paul ready for exactly what Meister wants to do. Has been air dodging through stuff, has been playing just incredibly well overall. Trying to get an up tilt, might have been the kill because of the rage. Oh my god, you're at 93. Any single hit's gonna kill. Yeah, that's a 3 stock for game 1. Paul is in it. Also, I don't know if this is winners quarterfinals, but at the very least it is top 64, so I apologize if I'm wrong on where the bracket is, but game 1 for Paul. Also, with my current setup, I definitely have to be looking not into camera, so I apologize that I'm looking to the side. That's why I'm in the bottom right corner, so it looks like I'm looking at the game. Wow, I'm a spectator. Run up grab, dude. Paul is just so good at his decision making when it comes to just like the call outs of like the defensive options that people want to go for, and then the minute they like undershoot aerial, this happens all the time. You're just like, oh, you're gonna undershoot, and then you just get hit by a projectile because he happened to jump back that time. Like, he guesses right so often. Flame Slash killed at 86. He was at 53. I mean, Game Watch is really light, but from center stage, damn. Oh, the down tilt under the nair? I didn't even know you could do that as Hero. Wow, that's crazy. That has a bigger hitbox above it than I thought. Okay, Meister finally getting some damage, but still, Paul has a stock lead. Like, the thing is, like, Paul makes you make your decisions so fast because he reads so quickly, so you constantly have to be making decisions, and you don't really get a time to slow down, whereas Paul, I feel like, is constantly ready to play at that pace, whereas most people are not expecting Hero to play at such a fast pace. Run up jab so quick again. Gonna get bounced to prevent Chef and up air. Acceleratle. Yeah, now gonna get punishes. Good DI in by Meister. I like that mix-up. Again, another run-up grab. Acceleratle plus have spell is so hard. And, of course, the up B out of shield gonna be so huge on that side ambiguous dash attack that Game & Watch has. Uh-oh. He's trying to get up a snooze, but no. Meister, what a back air, dude. His spacing is so good. It's actually ridiculous. Oh, messed up and got a turnaround down tilt. And that sizzle is going to be the stock that hits so high. Look at where he released this sizzle. It literally was above Game Watch, but of course Meister jumped, so it hit him after his jump, did 30-something%, because Hero's a good character. And honestly, it just looks like Paul's decision-making in terms of how to deal with Game Watch has been so good this set. I know he's played Mia a couple of times in the past couple months and has done quite well. Hasn't won, but has brought him to like Game 5. I think Mia had to like reverse 3-0 him or something at Supernova. So definitely has some good experience in this matchup, and it really looks like it right now. I know Paul took a little bit of a break. I'm pretty sure for the last like month or two. Actually, let's see what his last tournament was. Yeah, in terms of majors, his last tournament was a Cavalier Clash in March. He's gone to like several things, but I'm pretty sure those are mostly locals or like very like Florida things, but he hasn't gone to a lot of majors. I mean, 9th at Genesis was huge, 25th at Luminosity Makes Moves. So again, has overall done quite well, just he hasn't gone to a lot this season. And again, that's why this Momocon run is just absolutely insane for him. Down air finally going to kill Meister, taking his first stock of the set. Game 2, 2 minutes in. And again, there's only been 2 minutes. That's how quick Paul is deleting these stocks by Meister. Or the stocks of Meister, sorry. Meister was wrong and committed to the wrong side, but still normal Game & Watch stuff right now. Just, you know, getting the solid damage that the character is known to do. That's going to be an F tilt. Probably just going to uppy early. Yep, and try not to die. He died. Game & Watch is a good character. So right now we do have even stocks. Meister, great second stock overall. So Paul's going to have to do something, or is Meister going to get another hit? And then we have you know, a big 1-1 set and a hot set alert. I actually don't know who wins what sets. I don't even know what the set count is of either set I'm watching. I just know Paul won. And I saw like his, you know, I looked up literally BeastModePaul, Momocon, and I saw Meister and I was like, that's crazy, he won. So I need to watch it. A nice grab. Meister with quite the lead right now. Got the double jump read. Back air is going to kill. So after Paul had a huge lead, Meister with the 3-stock comeback. I was talking trash, but that's, you know, Meister showing, hey, I'm a good character. I won a major for a reason. I've been one of the names here for a long time. Paul going to counterpick to small battlefield. Going to get the side B immediately. He loves opening up with that side B. I literally read it. I accidentally clicked too far in the video. I knew that happened. 53% though. Paul already with quite the lead. And again, one of those things I kind of mentioned in the last video as Spargo's Plant, which by the way, if you didn't watch that, you should definitely do it above me. Click that link. But it's really, oh, what a fireball. Hold on, let me talk about this first. But yeah, nice fireball, just reading the spot dodge. I mean, Meister obviously could have downbeat, but you panic sometimes, I understand. But like when you lose a 3-stock to 1-stock lead, it can be really demoralizing because you now know like, hey, no lead is safe and you just have to play super perfect all the time, which, hey, I mean, we're, you know, 6.5 years into a metagame. It makes sense you have to play super well consistently. But, you know, it's definitely one of those things. It's like, okay, a reminder, like it doesn't matter that I 3-stocked him game 1 and was up 3 stocks to 1 game 2. Like I can lose at any time. And I don't think Paul is the person to forget that again. Yeah, the short hop nair on the small battlefield platform, it's really hard to deal with that pressure if you are in disadvantage as hero, and they're not going to get the 2-frame ledge jump, of course, but that is going to get hit by nair. Good SDI out of the nair, though, so the advantage is not going to quite be as simple, but Meister getting the catch, and that another jump read back air is going to be the stock. Paul has to be careful there. Flame / Psych, I'm hoping it was going to be a shield for a shield break, but no, Meister doesn't bite, but a sizzle, super fast, hard to react to. That is 100% on the Game & Watch. Nice movement right now in the Accelerate, making so that all the movement is perfectly placed so that Game & Watch is unable to get those like obvious, like you're just going to hold in type of movements. Trying to get this back air, but it's so hard. Meister very patient right now, and shield not committing too much because when you commit against Paul, that's when you get hit. Could have been the back air there because he committed. That was literally as I was saying, but Paul went to menu instead. Gonna go high. Ooh, I love that bait to just avoid the chef at the ledge. The sizzle going to go through the chef, actually, and still deal a lot of percent to Meister. This is up throw percent, I believe. Just trying to wall out with these fares, not able to get it. Yeah, up throw, I think, just should kill normally. Not going to get the grounded hitbox, so Paul will live to see another day. Zoom. And yeah, Meister really brought this back in terms of percent, but Paul's unable to get this kill. F-tilt from center, not going to kill. Psych up, now, like, everything will kill. Yeah, I guess the up tilt. That up tilt is so hard to deal with, and if you air dodge it, then you get, like, snoozed. It is a bad time. Speaking of snooze. Oh, he actually absorbs. He doesn't reflect it. Interesting. So the bucket 1 tick full, but Paul I think will take that over having to deal with the reflected. So air dodge. Psych up is online. So shield break is online potentially. Paul being really patient using his double jump at disadvantage. So that way he has more mix-ups when Meister is falling. No double jump now. Gonna see an uppy from Meister. No, just more up airs. Nice parry by Meister, so no shield damage, but misses the grab there. Forward tilt. Gonna be some good damage. And again, Paul is just slowly racking up this damage. Acceler-rattle. Going to be really scary in this advantage. Yeah, Meister gonna have to go up early. That gives you a chance to menu a couple times, and bang! 97% right now on Meister. He's just playing so well. And again, the air dodge, but the up tilt barely missed. Still has the psych up, though. It does last forever. Zoom can't up air because of that bounce. I want to see someone Kekling in a timeout situation. Timeout situation? No, he doesn't hold it. Yeah, 120 is really scary. Psych up online, so up throw will kill here for Hero. So this is very uncomfortable if you are Meister. Don't know if you want to like throw out moves or you go. Yeah, you're gonna air dodge there. Nice stuff by Paul. Gonna solid out that game 3, and it is 2-1 for Paul. Meister gonna go back to Hollow Bastion. I think that's where Meister won that game too. So. Yeah, it is. Oh, nice dashback side B. The quick side Bs are just so good. Definitely overall better than that big side B, but big side B is also a problem. Down throw fair, gonna be the combo. Nice, reading the DI as well by Paul. It can be really difficult on the DI ends, especially when you have Accelerate along, because you just move so fast. Empty jump jab, dude. It feels so bad to get hit by that when you are fighting against a hero, but like, it's really good. It's really good. And it's so funny that like a frame like 8 move is the thing that's like the bane of people's existence when fighting this character. Yeah, the spells letting, or the buffs letting him roll more spells, and didn't find anything super impactful apparently, but still. Uh-oh. Damage by Meister. No, down tilt. I think he meant to run off down air to get a spike, but was not able to. I think maybe he's trying to roll Flame Slash or get some type of like forward smash thing. I'm not sure. Doesn't have a lot of MP either, but I guess the longer nothing is happening, you are slowly getting your MP back as well. Okay, gets the bounce, so the ledge trap doesn't matter. And psych up again. Okay, gets the shield damage, but not going to get anything else except that. Now that back air, and of course up tilt now is going to be the stock. So I expect, ooh, no, just gets a sizzle. But like you're thinking like, okay, I have to worry about the up tilt. I have to worry about dash up F. Well, I guess not F tilt because it's 2 hits. But you have to worry about so many things. And then suddenly sizzle comes out and you're just like, oh, I wasn't even ready to look at the menu. Meister getting Paul off stage, but yep, the zoom. Perfect. Jab, jab, jab. Going to get a punish? No, didn't get any of his good projectiles there. Nice grab by Meister. Honestly, really scary to grab in that position, low key, but yeah, gets the air dodge. Did get his jump back, so gets the zoom. Of course he does. So Paul, okay, that he is going to ruin his fire ball charge and gets back aired again. That double jump has been the bane of Paul's existence. That is also what caused Meister to win that game too. Big side B, that's like 25%. It might be a little less because it's stale. Flame slash, baby, shield break. Like, it's so scary because like, I feel like maybe this just straight up would have killed Meister at this spacing anyway if he didn't shield, and of course he didn't have time to parry. That was like a frame 1 shield too. I didn't even see the shield before it popped, and Paul is now up a clean stock, but hey, that is how it was before. Nice side B, so he just needs to play super solid or he's going to get come back on because, you know, Paul is just, or rather Meister is just such a good player, so you got to be real understanding of like, hey, you still have to play perfect even though you're up an entire stock. There's no wiggle room here because of how strong Meister and Game & Watch is. Nice jab. Accelerate not working. There's the mix-up of the jabs. 79%. This could be... Oh, I thought he was going to kamikaze Loki. Thwack would have been sick. Avoiding the nairs, dude. His movement has been so good. He's been just maneuvering. Like, of course, there's been a couple of advantage states that Meister's been doing well, but it has been really good for Paul. Just like his movement, his understanding of when to be evasive and how to evade literally everything, slowly racking up more and more percent. 109 is pretty bad, and there's the back air, and that is the pop-off from Paul. 3-1 over North America's best Game & Watch. You know, that's a good win. Good stuff to Paul. He advanced there. He advanced further and further into the tournament until he was at winner's side of Grand Finals, and let's watch him versus Omega. Omega is standing in Grand Finals. BeastModePaul was the one that knocked him into losers, and I definitely will be making a video about Omega. I've meant to a couple of times, and then it's just like more majors have happened and more major winners have happened, but Omega had the run of his life at the hometown of, or I don't know hometown, but home state of Georgia. He did absolutely fantastic. So now we have 2 players that have not won a major before, and they are duking it out to see who is going to win Momocon 2025. Both players have a ton of wins before this point, and of course Paul, as we just saw, had a pretty dominant overall set versus Meister. Also, I'm pretty sure beat Light, who he has beat before, but I think maybe once or twice. Omega also beat Light here, also beat, I think, Lima, so a lot of impressive wins. Paul also beat Lima, so honestly, both have amazing wins, and right now, Omega's kind of dancing around this hero. I don't know, we do have heroes in Florida, but they are in South Florida. I don't think we have a good Central Florida hero. I could be wrong about that. but still, the mobility of both characters is going to be very high. When Hero has Accelerattle, of course, he's otherwise not the most mobile character, and we can definitely see this movement being in Joker's favor, as well as being able to use these guns and Side Beast to kind of interrupt the spells, but at the same time, the swings can be really, really big for Hero still, so you got to be careful. Okay, but gonna heal, but gonna actually take more damage from that tick damage. Such a fast Trump. Omega playing super well right now. That is going to be first stock for him. Oh, it actually interrupted the Flame Slash, the down tilt. Big Joker Arsene down tilt is going to be the... Oh, I thought F smash would have been sick and would have been no double jump. Would have had to have been a zoom angle. Gets a grab, finally does Paul. So he really needs to like get something in this corner position. That's going to be Fireball. Reads the air dodge. F tilt going to hit, and that is going to be first stock for Paul. Rather, Omega's first stock taken by Paul. It was not the first stock because Omega has already taken one. Just want to be clear with my language. Okay, back air. I thought there was going to be a footstool or something. That would have been insane. First Kaboom we've seen Paul go for because it's not worth it versus Game & Watch. Okay, that is going to be dragged down into down smash. I'm not sure if that was a true combo. Maybe it was able to shield before that because it was off stage. But either way, huge stock lead for Omega. Has to deal with multiple Arsens now, does Paul, in order to get this victory. Or we're going to have to like cheese with like a crit or something like that. But again, really hard to pull up menu, it seems like, in this matchup, other than when you are in already a bad position. No double jump right now. Gun for some extra damage. Omega, this is looking like Omega's game. Like, I would be incredibly impressed if Paul was able to win this. Another Flame Slash getting interrupted. That could have been a shield break potentially. Back air? No, misses the edge guard, but was, you know, correct in the idea. Nice dash grab too, damn. Omega's playing crazy. Reading the defensive options that Paul is throwing out. So again, Omega just super on top of everything right now. Has the Arsene. So now the kill potential is going to be really good. Oh, got the up air dragon. I kind of am surprised that hit, and that was a super dominant game one for Omega, playing incredibly well. Obviously, the crowd cheering for Omega, as again, he is from Georgia, Momocon in Georgia, in Atlanta. So, you know, they definitely want to see the boy take home his first major. But Paul, of course, the Florida versus Georgia rivalry, strong and still alive. And we are going to try to see Paul. I don't know what adaptations he needs to make besides just like maybe being a little bit more aggressive. So that way the gun and the side B is going to be a little bit less impactful. Gets a big hit there with Kaboom. It's going to be nice. Okay, gets the up tilt on the roll as well. Maybe Snooze could have been active there, but of course you don't want it to get reflected because then you will be taking an Arsene forward smash to the face. High recovery. Yeah, getting back. Has the corner now. Psych up. This is scary for Omega. Didn't punish the counter, though. 20% though from the Fireball. Not great for Omega. He's only about half Arsene, so he probably will die. I was going to say probably will die before he gets another Arsene. Uppy, nice tech. Forward throw. I don't agree with throwing him across the stage, but it ended up working, so it's okay. Paul with the first stock that game. 74% is not like, you're not like super worried about dying at this point if you are Paul until like Arsene is there, or maybe like 20 or 30 more percent. Because Hero's like decently heavy. Now Arsene's online at 37%, so this is the scary part. DI's away on the down throw and then still got combo to the back air. There are some sweet spot percents where it can kill and still combo with good DI, so maybe needed to DI in there so he was just a little bit closer. But shooting a bunch of the projectiles, Arsene's basically gone, and there's 90% on Omega and Psych Up on Paul. Gets the crit down smash as well, getting a bunch of mana. How much mana was that? He got 24 mana. I mean, I guess I thought it was going to do more damage, honestly, but that is still an entire stock lead for Paul. I think we saw one crit in the Meister set, and when it like didn't matter, I think it was like a forward smash that he was so dead anyway. And there's a Snooze, and that's a JB3. That's a hero game. That is straight up just a hero. That's a hero game. This is the type of thing. It's like game one, Omega played so well, and everything's going his way, and then Paul was right a couple times, and then Hero happened, and you're just like, oh well. I got JP3. It happens. Like that's just how Hero works. It's so scary. I mean, again, Hero's as good as like Paul and Akka and no, Akio's the Shulk. Who's the other hero? Shion? Yeah, Shion. Back to small battlefield for game 3. So we do have same stage. It's probably going to be the same stage the whole set. Again, I don't know what the set count is. I obviously just know that Paul wins. Nice edge guard. Oh, edge guarding, but the Epi actually hit Joker there, so not going to be perfect for him. A lot of mana already dumped though, with not a lot of percent to show for it. Yeah, dude, the interruptions by Omega with these guns have been so good. Not going to be a necessarily edge guard, but still continuing the advantage position. F tilt. Finally, Paul getting some damage. Psych up. Got to be careful of a shield break or a crit. Got another Psych up on his first menu, so that is going to be the stock. How unfortunate for Omega. He literally got hit like twice this entire stock. But yeah, the Flame Slash right there. Sometimes you just shouldn't shield versus Hero and just take whatever hit is coming, unless it's Hatchet Man, obviously. But unfortunate for Omega, that's just what happens sometimes versus Paul, and that is a stock lead for Hero. Again, this is why I don't want to play him, because like he's really good and talented and has like a lot of good stuff, and then also cheeses you with hero stuff, which like isn't fun to lose to, because you're like, everything was so good, and then you feel just like, oh, I got snoozed at 20, or oh, I got shield broken at 30, because why does that shield break? And that's just kind of the power of Hero, you know? Trying to get the aggressive aerial read. Run up jab, not going to be it, and Omega doing a little bit better on those mix-ups than Meister was, so that's going to be some solid damage. Forcing the air dodge as well. Gun low. Not going to hit the downer, though. Obviously could have been teched regardless, so would not have been the stock. No spike there because of no Arsene. And yeah, Omega slowly cornering him with movement. Unfortunately committed a little hard, and the downer not working. That is unfortunate for Omega. Still has him in the corner. Not gonna. Okay, does go for the grab. Down throw back air. That is what I'm talking about. Paul DIing in just in case. Getting the zoom. I actually really like this. Paul gets hit and then just waits as long as he can to do the zoom until he's like where my face is. So that way he is able to like stall as much of the Arsene timer as possible. Kaboom. Not gonna hit, and back air hitting right before Arsene is gone. But still not going to die. Hero just a little heavy. Not going to get the full hit on that footstool gun out of shield. Footstool gun is so good. I'm so glad more Jokers are starting to do it. Avoiding the Sizz, of course, Joker has really good jump options, so you're never too scared to jump when Hero is running his spell game. Sizzle not going to hit. Back air barely missing. That could have been the stock for Omega, but now you are in the corner against Hero, which can be really scary because of things like Kaboom, and of course if he gets like a psych up and like an F throw or something, you know, maybe not F throw, but like, you know, forward air, back air, something like that. You see him trying to run, or he's literally trying to get psych up, he just isn't getting it in his menus, and there's another Kaboom for some shield damage. Only 11 damage, or sorry, 11 MP right now, so not gonna be able to, I think, get psych up because I think it does too much. Sizzle barely missing, not gonna be able to get that forward air either. Omega's recovery so good. Back throw, Arsene online in advantage, which is always going to be nice, but the F tilt beating out the Joker F tilt because of that invincible first hit. Tried to get the downer, missed. F tilt, corner, backing up. This is so scary. This is very intense neutral. I really like how both those players played that, and Omega is the one who ends up getting the stock for it though. Of course, you should wait a little bit to maximize your invincibility as well as the time on the Angel platform for getting that, you know, Arsene meter gone. Arsene is gone, but unfortunately, Paul's still in a bad position. Omega has honestly been playing this so well. He's looked so smooth. I mean, again, he's been getting a lot of wins recently, just like more and more wins, playing so incredibly well, and it finally kind of culminated in this second place here at Momocon. Gets killed there, though, so, you know, I don't know who wins this game. I mean, he's pretty close to winning. Uppy not going to connect there, but getting very close to winning this game 3, so I don't know if it's game 5. I don't know if Paul just does hero things or just, like, plays really well and brings it back. Yeah, that's so hard to... Ooh, nice fair. Good catch by Omega on that air dodge. Paul's pissed. I don't know if he wanted to read his lips, but I'm sure you can, you know, surmise what he said. Really good stuff by Omega right there. And 2-1 for Omega. He now is the set leader. But again, I talked about this is a Paul video. So what happens this game 4 and 5? I actually don't know. I haven't watched this up yet. Omega, of course, looking forward to just being like, okay, one more game, and that is the reset, and then I have to just do one more set. Again, he's been playing overall very well. Even in the game that Paul won, like, he kind of just got unlucky, and, like, Paul got a couple of, like, big swingy things. So, you know, if he just kind of avoids those, it feels like you can kind of just win anyway. Already has the advantage position, reading the defensive options really well that Paul is doing. But finally, Paul gets some space, and then just runs him in there, so not going to be correct. Of course, sometimes you are just going to be wrong. Sizzle going to be 30 damage, though. Arsene online. Yep. Bounce, so no. Side B will be available for Omega. Does it anyway, just because why not? Footstool gun out of shield, doesn't get the dash on the forward air, maybe tried to raw back air and missed it. That could have been the stock, I'm pretty sure, for Omega, but it wasn't meant to be, unfortunately, and the full hop back air with Acceleratle, so hard to deal with, and of course it's going to do so much shield damage anyway. Maybe tried to parry, I'm not 100% sure, but that is going to be Paul's stock lead, and this is when it can be really scary. Of course, he also does have big fireball on, so if he reads some type of aerial movement or air dodge, it can be the stock incredibly early, because that is a dummy strong charge shot. I don't know why they made it so strong. Okay, but that's going to be fair. Tried to lafable, but didn't get it, so that is going to be Paul living to see another day. And again, all this damage, any other thing that can happen, especially with a character swingy as Hero, you never want to give him a second chance, because if he just gets a crit or gets a snooze or gets a Kaboom or something for like a ton of damage, like Kaboom might just like honestly chunk Arsene meter in its entirety. Nair, so good. Look at this 85% right now, and Paul able to run away a little bit for the very end of the Arsene. It's not worth getting hit by something like a back air just because you want it to be a little aggressive. And Paul covering so much space there with the Acceleratle. Aerials gets the roll read, forward tilt, not going to be the kill though. And gonna absorb the Sizz, which is pretty good for him. Has another Arsene, but still in the corner at death percent, uncomfy. Oh, the B reverse or wave bounce, I guess. Neutral B, that's what I'm talking about. Is this neutral B can be so scary. Does like 30 something mana or maybe like 40 mana. How much is it? 68 to 32. Yeah, it's 36 mana, so, but definitely worth it getting that stock. And then now, of course, Beast Mode Paul with the 3 stock to 1 stock lead. And I wouldn't say these were any like necessarily big swings for Paul. He's just playing really well and like using the buffs incredibly effectively. Already Arsene is online for Omega, baits out the counter and then punishes it with the side B and more spells, more aerials, more projectiles. This is so hard for Omega. Tried to read the roll, Flame Slash not going to connect either, but still Arsene is gone this final stock. Omega has to do this incredibly effectively and efficiently, just like with no Arsene. Like he can maybe get 1 Arsene this game or he's just gonna like start dying. Like even that's if he gets a couple of like Rebel's Guard reads. So this is looking really rough for Omega. This is looking like a 3 stock potential. Oh, nice gun. Didn't get the edge guard though, the subsequent edge guard. Jab, more percent. Arsene almost online, but this is still looking incredibly bad for Omega. Lands, F tilts, doesn't get it. Down throw, not going to be the kill. Arsene coming soon. You can see like there's barely a tick left to like, you know, just actually... Oh, gets the run up F tilt, dude. Like that was just Paul playing really well. Again, I don't think there was necessarily, I mean, technically like hero spells, blah, blah, blah. Like there's a lot to worry about. But overall, like Paul didn't get any like super big moves. There was no shield breaks, and nothing crazy like that. So just gets a 3 stock, and that's just what happens, right? Like when 2 players are really good and they're able to just start reading each other and being very effective in terms of their consistency, in terms of their reads, in terms of their kill potential, and just getting everything right, suddenly a lost last game can turn into a 3 stock for Paul. So we are going game 5, last game of set 1. Do we have a reset, or does Beast Mode Paul close it out? Definitely a fun matchup to watch, not only between the characters, but between the players as well. Both incredibly talented, definitely some of the newer gen of North America, and 2 players that are very deserving to be in Grand Finals. Nice gun pressure, but Hero's up B does go really far. Joker needs this extended edge guard to get this kill. It is possible. No, misses the back air. Wasn't ready for Paul to not hold in after that up B. Unfortunate. And of course, again, does not have access to a spike without Arsene, so was unable to just be right once, get a spike, and be done with it. Oh, speaking of the spikes, though, the hero down air. Even-ish percent. Acceleratle gonna kind of get Paul out of that disadvantage state. Psych Up is online because it does start, or it does become active basically like when you click it, which is unfortunate. Those jump side Bs, those jump spells when you are like close to hero are so scary because you want to shield because otherwise you might die, but also if you shield and they get Flame Slash, you're just gonna die. Double fair. Oh, back here. Oh, it killed. Oh, no. That is so unfortunate. 56% with the rage. That was good DI2, it looked like. And that's just what happens when you overcommit sometimes against a hero. That is what happens. Nice back air by Omega as well. But we did see just like, I was going to mention just like missing that up air up smash, which was a little unfortunate, but ends up covering it anyway. Again, Joker, one of the better edge guarders in the game, but still not going to get the immediate kill. So Paul getting some damage. Rebel's Guard actually was held there, so is going to get a little bit more Arsene meter off of that. Trying to air Acceleratle hero is a crazy choice. It did work a couple times, but that is really hard to do. Gun, of course, not a projectile, similar to hero side B, so bounce is not going to do anything against it. Down throw back air. Gun just trying to... Oh, the Sizz is going to be huge, 30%. Getting Arsene, but still, like, you never want to take that much damage, of course, and it's so scary. It's so scary. Footstool out of nowhere because hero's so fast, Acceleratle so hard to deal with, so the burst options just become huge. And of course, if he burst options and then like gets like a Flame Slash in a menu, you just like die. It is so scary. Arsene is gone, so now the kill potential significantly in hero's favor compared to Joker at the moment. Back air, not gonna kill, but gonna be pretty close. Run off side B, seeing the air dodge from Omega. That is the first time Paul has gone for that in either of the sets. That is so far, and having just enough MP to make it back because that level 3 up B is 18 MP. I don't know if he did that math beforehand, knowing he would be safer if he just said, hey, I'm gonna get the kill, I don't really care. But now Paul on the final stock, 1 stock until victory, doesn't get the read on that jab lock either. Omega, I love going for it, gets the footstool, no, but the final gun is not gonna hit, so no confirmed combo afterwards. Trying to get anything, but of course, if you're going to do that, Paul will be ready with these side Bs, ready with these menus, and it is so difficult. Dude, Paul is playing so well. Like, I love to see it because, again, Paul's my home region, you know, has put in so much work to improve and so much work to get better, and it is really showing right now, just like doing so many options correctly. The speed at which he is doing everything is incredibly fast. He is just playing so well, and of course, Omega, trying to put up his best fight, has done incredibly well so far. I mean, again, he was up 2-1, so, you know, it's one of those things where it's just like, someone's got to win and someone's got to lose, you know? Etc. is going to make it back up, be actually preventing the edge guard. The footstool for Paul! And that is actually going to be the tournament. Was that footstool on purpose? It kind of looked like it was. Because he gets this up B hit. Does Joker have a double jump here? I don't know. Maybe he knew he didn't, because I think it got clipped by the up B. And that really looked like an intentional footstool. So, honestly, winning a major with a footstool is insane. Massive aura, massive W for Florida, and that is going to be Beast Mode Paul winning a major. Pops off. I'm pretty sure his dad comes up to hug him. Absolutely deserved. Beast Mode Paul winning Momocon 2025 with Hero. Got his Hero his first victory at a major ever. Aka's done very well, but he has not won a major, whereas Beast Mode Paul now at I think 18 years old has won his first major, Momocon 2025. And it has been quite some time that a Floridian has won a major. I saw people talking about it on Twitter. I'm pretty sure the last one was me in 2021. That was quite some time ago, so Florida has been in a major drought for some time, and Beast Mode Paul just cured it. Again, amazing stuff. 2 characters getting major victories, their first ones this season, or sorry, their first ones ever this weekend, which is kind of crazy with Piranha Plant and Hero. Again, congrats to Beast Mode Paul. Shoutouts to Omega. Again, I will be going over a video for him as well, because he played amazing that set too. There was a lot of things I was impressed by, so good stuff to both players. Thank you all for watching. Let me know who else you want me to watch from these 2 tournaments, King of Fields and Momocon. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.